All right, everyone. Kamala Harris continues to deflect and, basically stop answering questions whenever possible. It's no surprise that this is happening. Because if you're Kamala Harris, your ideology is not going to go over well with the public, generally speaking. Because basically like Biden plus Bernie Sanders anyway, and people have rejected that message. So the only thing that you can do when asked questions at all is go off and meander into something else that you want to talk about. Something on which, you're not going to get nailed. But this one was bizarre. Link in the description, archived of course. You can take the live link if you want to watch the actual video of this. In her interview exchange, Kamala Harris is asked about certain policies, and she starts talking about Lawncare. Let me get to this slightly verbatim. Harris dodges question on lowering prices by describing middle-class roots, which, yeah, she was not raised in poverty, although she pretends to be a collard green eater. Neighbors proud of their lawn. Critics accuse the vice president of sharing the same canned answer from the ABC News debate. Yes, indeed, it's basically identical. In her first solo sit-down TV interview since becoming the Democratic presidential nominee, Harris was asked by Philadelphia 6 ABC anchor Brian Taff about what specific plans, keep in mind, specific plans she has to bring down prices for Americans. Well, I'll start with this. I grew up a middle-class kid, Harris responded. My mother raised my sister and me. She worked very hard. She was able to finally save up enough money to buy our first house when I was a teenager. I grew up in a community of hard-working people. Construction workers and nurses and teachers. And I try to explain to some people who may not have had the same experience, a lot of people will relate to this. I grew up in a neighborhood of folks who were very proud of their lawn, she continued, and I was raised to believe and know that all people deserve dignity and that we as Americans have a beautiful character. And then she just fucking rambles on. She never actually addresses the question. She never talks about specific policies. Hey, Kamala Harris voters out there, the 10 of you that lurk on the channel in order to downvote all the videos, probably. Can you please explain to me how you're comfortable voting for someone who will not answer even the most basic questions? All you have to do is name a couple of policies. Well, here's how I'm going to lower the costs. We'll create a subsidy. We'll tackle inflation by auditing the Fed. That'd be a great idea. We will we'll print less money or something like that. We'll repeal the Inflation Reduction Act that was really about green new energy and bullshit like that. There are numerous ways she could have answered the question. The reason she can't answer is one of two things. We're not always 100% sure, depending on the question, which one it is. She doesn't know about the policies, as she knows nothing about the situation. This would be generally the case on things like diplomacy. She has no fucking clue what she's doing. Or she's being deliberately glib and avoiding the question because she knows that if she answered truthfully, she would get nailed for it. Those are the only two possibilities that account for every instance of Kamala doing this, and she does it literally in every interview. She did it at the debate. She did it at her presser. If she has a town hall, she'll do it there. She's not going to answer your questions at all. Mrs. Harris, what is your favorite color? Well, I think that colors are very important. It's how we see the world. The reflection of light off of objects entering our retinas, and we see color. I think that all colors are created equal, and she'll never answer the question. She wouldn't even be able to tell you her fucking favorite color. Because she's basically focus group Harris. She's just like Hillary Clinton. There was a famous Icebox video. This was way, way back in the day. I think Hillary was still in the Senate at the time. This is way, I'm showing my age. This is back during the days of HBO On Demand actually being good. And they had like the cartoons and the anime section and shit like that. They also had a lot of porn on there. Not going to say I didn't watch some of it. There was this famous clip. It was Hillary Clinton. And she's in the bathroom taking an interview. This is a cartoon. It's a mock-up. And she's constantly referring to focus groups and stuff like that and can't make up her mind about what her policy positions will be to the person who's narrating and talking to her. At one point, Bill comes out and he references focus groups. He's in the shower, actually, and it was funny. And I think he mentioned... No, that was Metalocalypse, where Firecrotch was mentioned, I think. Never mind. Another good cartoon, by the way. She's basically the same. She's Hillary Clinton plus brown skin minus 10 years of age, or 15, roughly. That's basically all that she is. She's not going to answer your fucking questions. She can't. If she answers truthfully, she fucks herself, and otherwise she doesn't even know how to answer because she's completely brainless. She's a bird brain. She's sort of like Nikki Haley, only with a D after her name, actually. It's about the comparison that I would make. I'll give Nikki Haley a pass only because she belatedly finally endorsed Donald Trump, but Kamala Harris scares the fuck out of me. Almost on the same level, by the way. The two of them are kind of a little bit similar when you think about it. Warmongers, brainless, Nikki Haley, Kamala Harris, they should probably have a lesbian relationship or something, but it'd probably be incestuous. That's about all. Peace out.